So if we need to record the video will break up into pieces.
Oh, because OBS will drop out, you're right.
Yes, but we can still put the pieces together and make it look like one cohesive.
And just tape it together.
Yes.
Little masking tape.
Theoretically.
Alright, stream is up.
Masking tape never hurts or holds very well, so I would say duct tape it.
Duct tape it.
Okay, we'll just duct tape it together.
Alright.
It's a little bit messier, but...
So, for now, we're good.
Oh, wait, do I need to tweet?
Yes, you do need to tweet. And I will retweet from you.
Tweet.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Alright. Just let me know when you're ready, Grif. And we'll go ahead and get this show rolling. Rolling? Yeah, that was the right word.
She's at PAX?
Yes, she's at PAX. PAX West.
PAX
PAX Prime.
There.
All
I
right.
tweet.
Cool, let me go ahead and retweet.
I'm gonna go ahead and do whatever I want. Snitty, oh my god.
It's the real Snitty. Everybody stand up.
Wait, I don't
I'm too lazy.
want to.
Slim Shady.
I don't want to stand up. Alright, here we go. Let us go ahead and start this show. Intro commencing in 3, 1, not yet. Hey everybody and welcome to the Infinite Respawn Podcast. I'm Chicken.
I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Baka.
What's up, guys?
Welcome everybody. Hi. How are we?
I had coffee like 30 minutes ago, so I'm like, what? But I'm also recovering from yesterday's ball game, so I'm like, God, bourbon.
So in about 45 minutes or so, you're gonna like just fall off stream, fall out of your chair.
Yeah,
You'll have
probably
a really big energetic outburst and then pass out.
Yeah.
Yes, that's pretty much exactly how it's gonna go.
Or the 2:30 mark, it'll be like, all right, fuck it, it went down. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Oh, that's right. We gotta look for that 2:30 mark again for him to disappear on us.
Dreaded 2:30. Anyway, yesterday was my first Saturday off since April, so I'm kind of awake because I did stuff yesterday. It was great.
Yeah, we played Legion.
We played Legion. I made an awesome dinner for my parents, lunch, whatever that was.
It was delicious.
Yeah, it was great. I had a great day. And then we played Legion.
And then Legion.
We'll talk about Legion later. You should let Oak talk about what he played this week.
Yeah, Oak, go ahead.
Because the three of us are all gonna have the same.
Yeah, I know.
What did I play this week?
Legion?
Yes, I did. I finished Life is Strange on Sunday on my stream. It was fantastic. Loved every bit of it. The ending, they did set it up to be able to continue the series. So it's very interesting. I like it. It's different. I think it's something they could continue to like build on this and do different characters, whatever they wanted to do with it. So that's pretty neat. And I like this episodic thing that everybody's got going.
Everybody, literally, like everybody.
I know, like
Everybody.
TellTale's got it. Square Enix has it. You know, it's
Everyone's like, we could do this. Let's do this.
right. So I think yeah, it ended up being pretty good. I highly recommend it to anyone that wants to express their inner teen girl and go out there and.
I've been there, done that. I'm like waiting to see how it compares to my teenage years. Let's see.
I did that, and then I've been trying to find a game to stream this next week or this week and the next week because the next week after that I'll be out of town, and I was like, what can I get? Whatever, and Unravel. I want to start Unravel tonight, so I'm excited about that. So I'll have Yarny that I get to play with and see how he works and his little journey that he has going. So I'm excited about that.
Have you played any of it previous to this? I
played like the first level.
Okay.
Just to get the controls down and stuff like that, because I'd heard something that the controls were hard to get used to, so I wanted it to be. They're not. I don't know. I don't know. Like they're really not. I mean, like some of the stuff that's on there is easy is a little difficult to go. Okay, what do I do now? But I think that's with any type of puzzle platforming style game like that one is, right? It's like, okay, what do I do next?
Right.
But as for how to do it, it tells you literally on the screen, push this button,
this
and this
button.
you could yeah. So it's like, okay, just a matter of knowing what to do and where to go. But yeah, I mean, so far that little part's cute, and I'm glad to start it over again and go through and be a little bit more successful at it. Hey, what do I do here? You know, but once I get to level 2, all brand new for me. So I don't know, but I wanted something short that I know I could probably finish in just 2 streams, and that way I didn't start something and then everybody's like, oh my god, I gotta wait 2 weeks. So there's that, and then did play or tried to play a couple other games, but nothing important. So
Nothing important. Those
nothing
games
important.
Are, whatever.
We Happy Few played a little bit of that. The Forest, I picked the Forest back up. Like decided to log into it and play it
Right.
because it's been a long time. Because it's been an alpha for like 2 years now. But they've done a lot with it. I didn't. It needed a lot of improvement before, but some of the changes they made I really like, and some of the changes they've made I'm questioning. Like,
Okay.
why did you do this? Because like it used to be like all you had to do was find water to get water, right? And now it's got a thing on it that says find clear water. So if you don't drink clear water, then
Well, do you really want to drink that like
you get
murky?
yeah, but you get sick, right? Well, I found clear water, and I went and drank it, and I still got a little sick. And I'm like, the water's clear. I can see the fish swimming in the bottom of this water. That
Not
is
clear enough.
Not
You
clear
didn't
enough.
fix
I know.
it.
You got to purify it.
But I do. One of the things I question, and I'm doing this from. I'm not an environmentalist in any way whatsoever, but I am one of those people that just like, why am I doing this? One of the things that you can make is something to catch water with, right? The only option you have to catch water is like you have to use 6 sticks and
Okay.
a turtle shell. Not just any turtle shell, a sea turtle shell.
Because it's big, right?
Right. But I'm like, you're going to have me kill a sea turtle?
For the shell, so that you can. Yeah.
Survive. But I'm
There's
like,
other ways to carry water.
yeah. And then there's pots. Like I found a pot in one of the things, and I was able to pick it up. So it's not like I couldn't do like, they should have had a double option there because like I felt uncomfortable, even though it's just a game, killing a sea turtle. Like I just have, like, I feel like there's like lightning's going to strike me in the game if I try to kill this sea turtle. Because
Karma says no.
Yeah,
Karma
right.
says lightning bolt to your face.
Right. So I'm like, whatever. So there's that. I am going to start, and this is Chicken's fault, Divinity Original Sin, the enhanced edition at some point too, to start playing through that. So
It's good. It's so good.
So and then I looked at Undertale. Sorry, not Underhill. That would be a fake made up name from Lord of the Rings. But did start a little bit of Undertale too, and I was like, okay, well, I might be able to stream this until I pulled the game up and started doing it. Seriously, the screen is this big. There's no way to expand it. It takes up this much of my entire monitor. It's like looking at a freaking mobile screen almost. It's so small. Like everything on the gameplay on it and everything is fun, but I'm like, there's no way I could stream this because I'd have all this stuff going around on the outside of it, and I couldn't focus on what was going on. So I'm like, nope, can't do it. But yeah, so there's that. That's all I have. A
That's
little bit of No Man's Sky too. That's it.
Okay. Oh. All right.
So you've had a game-filled week this week.
Yeah, well, just playing through, trying to find things. That's what I've been doing. It's like, what can I do to find things? So that's what I did.
Use your search function.
Get out. We're not talking to you anymore.
Hi, everybody. Turning off the stream.
And y'all have Legion.
Yes, we have been playing Legion, the 3 of us, since Tuesday. Well, yeah, since Tuesday morning at like 3
Monday
o'clock.
night.
Well,
Monday
Monday
night,
night,
2
Tuesday morning,
a.m.
however you want to look at it. Yeah.
The world began.
2 a.m. We played from 2 a.m. on Tuesday to like 11 p.m. on Wednesday. It was crazy.
Yeah. 42 hours I was awake, and I felt wonderful.
Actually, I'm gonna tell you guys, and Chicken's gonna be like, shut up. I'm gonna tell you guys, he's a great dude, and I'll tell you why.
Why am I
Here's
a
the
great
thing.
dude?
Baka
What did
and
they tell
me
you
and
not to say?
Fina,
I don't
we,
know. What did I do?
we were all there for launch, so we got to play at 2 a.m. and onward and whatnot. Red was not able to because he had to work. So he didn't get home until like right when we were finishing everything up for the night, and we're all zombies going, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I cannot keep my eyes open another second. Chicken stayed up until like for another 3 hours so that Red had somebody around to experience the opening stuff and talk about things with. Like, he is such a good dude that he stayed awake his extra hours, like 40 something hours. He stayed awake just so that Red had somebody to hang out with.
Oh.
I
Isn't
still
he
blame
the
Red for not
best?
being there at launch. He knew what was coming.
Yeah, to be fair, he knew it was coming for months.
I hate it. I hate it when I have to play a game that I love and play it again.
Well, it's not even
With
played
my
again.
friends.
It's just,
Well,
like,
I was just out there with him.
yeah. And it's one of those
So.
things where it's like that we've played it all together for so long that, you know, I can see why Red would have been totally bummed out if he had to experience it by himself. Because there would have been nobody to be like, oh my God, what did you think about this? And like all the excitement stuff. But Chicken was a good dude and stayed up a couple of extra hours just so that he could have those moments with Red.
I think at that point I was getting my 6th or 7th wind. Like, I felt really good at 2 a.m. in the morning. I could have kept going till about 6, but my speech was starting to slur. Like, I wasn't making words properly. You could ask any of us. All of us were like,
you don't do coffee and you don't do sodas.
He
Coffee.
does coffee now.
You do
He's found
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple of coffees that he
Oh, yeah.
likes and some creamers and yeah.
Mhm. I think I had about 6 cups of coffee throughout that entire time. It's like, just chug one and go, I need a battery.
Coffee, pop, snacks, things like that. That's what we did.
A prepper English lad.
Yeah. Oh, and it was great though. Like I think the general consensus, and I know Chicken and I have talked about it, but we haven't asked Baka straight out. But I think the general consensus is this is probably one of the best expansions since maybe Lich King.
Absolutely. I have to. Well, I'd have to even go further and say it's better than Lich King because the stories are so. Lich King is good and great, but like every zone is so filled and so central to a story, like a full story. Everything you do there is part of the story in that zone.
Right.
So in Lich King, it was just kind of like, oh, go to Fizzcrank's airstrip and go kill us a bunch of water elementals. Now go down to the Kahlua people and help us farm for fish. It's like, oh yeah, that's
Yep,
cool.
and
Sold this package to the dude 5 feet across from me.
Yeah.
There's still some of those. I need you to go tell so and so this important thing, and it's like I just turned around and handed it right. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess you guys aren't speaking right now. I'll be the intermediary here. Let me just do this.
See, if that was the story and they let you pick the options as far as what you were saying, I would just keep the feud going between them because I would be the dick. No, he called you a bitch, so you know.
Then the Legion wins and Baka has demon hunters all over his ass for the rest of his gaming career. God damn it! Oh god, they're coming after me.
I will kite every last one of those motherfuckers.
You know you can't do that. They have so many gap closers that they fucking turn your jump away into like
I don't know. I was doing a pretty good job with that other one that we were constantly killing and camping.
one.
Yeah,
Get
the
jumped
one.
by 4 and see how far you get. I mean,
I will make them all jump off the cliff.
I'm
I'll
going.
glide down, and they will be fine. But
What you need to do is be a Death Knight. Get the little Stitches guy, jump off a cliff, and have him pull one with you. Do the Roadhog, and just pull it off with you. Yeah, but then they could just glide down. Remember? They don't ever take any
Demon
fall
Hunters
damage.
have their double jump with the
yeah, I
wings.
know. But when they glide down, they either have the option to keep up with me as I'm falling, or glide down to safety, and it gives me time to get away.
Baka's trying so
I
hard
can
to justify
disengage.
this.
I can disengage before I hit the ground if I can time it correctly.
Unless
Like
it's
a
an
zombie asleep.
unless it's an
And
elevator.
then go camouflage mode. Well, no, because they can.
They can see it. Dude, Demon Hunters are so...
You just stop with your strategy. Let's talk about the actual expansion.
Anyway, but yeah, the expansion is really good. One of the biggest issues that we've always had with Legion is character identity. Everything you play feels like everything else. It's all homogenized into just being a
yeah,
lame
you did
class.
a lot of homogenization between Cataclysm and Pandaland.
Yeah.
Like everybody can do everything, and you have a million buttons to do everything with, and you know you don't need this class and this class for anything. Nobody's special anymore. Yeah, now they're like, no, people are special again. We took away half of your buttons. Enjoy that. Now you have to figure out who you are and why you are and everything like that. Like each class has certain specs that they can be, and then each spec has a certain identity. Like with our artifact weapons, I'm a healer with my druid as my main, so I got a staff. But if I'm in my boomkin form, I have a scythe, which is really badass. Um,
Yeah, and a
but
tree
each-
likes to
each of
throw
them
her an
have-
apple every so often.
Yeah, in Dalaran, there's a vendor that throws me an apple every time I walk by because he likes my staff because he's a tree.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, you got the mother tree staff. Here's an apple.
But
All right,
it's little
thanks.
things like that. Like people recognize when Chicken's out in the world, he's got what Kingslayers or something
The
like
kings,
that.
yeah, the Kingslayers.
That's his artifact weapon, is 2 daggers, and so people will recognize him and point out that he has them. Like it's specific things to characters and classes and specific things about them. It's really neat. It does a lot for that. Instead of it just being like hero, everybody in my garrison addresses me as Archdruid when I walk by. And it's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah, like you're
pretty-
actually important
yeah.
to the whole thing.
You
But it's-
important?
Yeah, I mean,
Classes
what
are nice.
for some of the extra weapons haven't been, in forever, but the rogue assassination with the Kingslayers have been an integral part of lore since before, like long before World of Warcraft. So they're the blades wielded. Spoilers. All right, you're giving your chance. This is for the movie too. So, all right. There you go. Oak took his off, but in the movie, Corona kills King Lane, just like in the game. The blades that I wield in there are the same blades that killed him.
Yeah, people point that out all the time.
Yeah, like
One thing is like, I hate to say, I wouldn't say this in Stormwind, but Lane had it coming. I was like, dude, if you were PvP flagged, I'd whoop your ass right now.
yeah, it's like, those blades, those are the blades that killed the King Rin. It's like, they've got a lot of blood on them, but don't tell anybody. I don't want to get. All right, you're good.
the hand signals.
Yeah, well, I didn't know I was like, hey.
I'm watching just to make sure.
Yeah, be like, you're good, you're good.
When I need to come back in, got it.
But you're right, there are certain classes that get really iconic weapons. Like my Retribution Paladin is running around with Ashbringer, which is huge. And getting Ashbringer, like the quest to go and get it, because every weapon, it's not just like somebody's like, oh, you're this, here's your weapon. It's like, no, seriously, there's a story that has to unfold, and you have to go and get it as like a trial for why you're worthy to wield this weapon in the first place, and things like that. Like it's pretty in depth, and it's really, really nice. I'm glad that they did that, but running around with Ashbringer's pretty badass, I gotta say.
And
Yeah, but
there
some
are
weapon stories are a lot more epic than others.
Than
'cause
others.
The hunter one for the bow is just kind of like, oh look, we found her bow. We haven't found her yet, but go ahead and take her bow. You can use that. You can use that to slay demons.
That's the same thing with the Death Knights. Like since I'm a tank Death Knight, a blood, it's basically like there's this big demon and he has this really cool axe and we need to go get it. Okay, you got the axe, good job. But if I was gonna be a Frost Death Knight, I'd have to go to Icecrown Citadel and pick up the shards of Frostmourne, which is a really fucking important weapon. It's what Arthas had. So
Yep.
some are more important than others, and they try to make it seem epic no matter what, but you kind of know, like, if you recognize the weapon that you're about to go pick up, it feels a little more special than being like, oh, this demon lord has this thing that you might like. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that definitely feels that way. There were a couple of them that one of the subtlety daggers that I got, the Fangs of the Devourer, is kind of like, oh yeah, Legion assassin, kill her, take blades.
Well, see, that's why with my paladin, she's gonna be a protection paladin. Like I'm gonna tank with her, but I started her out as retribution just so I could get Ashbringer. Because I mean, who doesn't want Ashbringer?
I
mean,
right?
who doesn't want that moment with Tyrion and oh. By the way, the Paladin Hall is probably the prettiest class hall that exists. I'm just saying.
Fucking epic. Another thing that makes everybody feel so special and unique, like, and they are being like everybody's a special snowflake. All the classes are different. You're all special. Is that every weapon comes with a unique hidden passive that is nowhere. It's not written anywhere. It just happens.
You mean in addition to the guy throwing the apple to me?
Yeah, there are other things like that. But for Ashbringer, you have a chance during your just regular auto attack to instantly kill any demon or undead and turn it into ash. Anytime you strike with it. Yeah,
you know what?
And you're a
Would
paladin.
be, is if it worked on undead players.
Ha! That would be so fucked up.
But unfortunately, Blizzard took that function out of the game for. Well, it affects undead. Well, it doesn't work on the Forsaken, unfortunately.
Oh, just if you're a Horde player, I am so sorry, but I'm obligated to hate you. After the story that played out and everything, like, I won't get into spoilers because some people, I know Ivy's around, she hasn't gotten any of that stuff yet and whatnot, but just some of the way that it plays out and the way that the Horde handled, like, the NPCs and everything, the story, how they handled their side of it, oh man. Oh.
There's a lot of tension. Like, yeah, we're kind of working side by side, but there's a lot of tension.
They're not interested in working with us.
Yeah.
They don't give a single fuck, which is why they're fucking garbage.
So y'all played, so you were up for 40-something hours straight.
Right.
Well, we played for 24 hours, like, after the game released.
How long did it take you to cap to the 110?
We had to
probably about 30 hours.
Yeah. It wasn't, I know there was one guy that hit it in like 5.5, but he had planned his speed run out. He played the beta. So he already knew what all of the stuff was. Yeah. Like, he'd spent time on his stream. He and a friend had planned out every single thing and how they were going to do everything to get the most XP as quickly as they could. And it was like 5.5 hours. He hit cap level.
Props to him for coming up with that, but technically I don't think he hit it in 5.5 hours then. If he played the beta, he played however many hours in the beta plus the 5.5 hours.
Plus he had a buddy that helped him too.
Much, though. Yeah, they did in pairs. They said it worked better if you had at least 2 people.
Yes, because it's always better to do it in pairs. The mob, like, out of all the other expansions, the mobs in this fucking expansion are the goddamn scariest. Like, I'm down here fighting them and they're just whooping my ass. You aggro 3 of them and you might as well just say fuck it. Like, as a melee, you just fucking run. Well, fuck that shit. They hurt.
And everything scales. This is one of the neat things, one of the interesting things. Like, it wasn't so much an issue when we first started because we were in that first group that was pushing through everything out, like, kind of around the same time. But now it's like I just started my second character today, so I'm questing in areas where there are people that are already 105 and there are 110s running around. But when we're fighting mobs, I might be fighting shoulder to shoulder with a guy that's 110, but the mob I see is 100. The one that he sees is 110. So it scales to whatever you are. So you can still go and quest and participate with people that maybe are a little behind you or a little ahead of you.
Yeah, the technology that they're using for this is absolutely incredible. And to be fair, when they first started making Legion, it wasn't all going to scale. Like, they had a flow service, and that's what they were planning on doing. But then the tech crew was like, hey, we got this working. And they're like, all right, cool, throw it in there.
Let's do this.
And it's like, yeah, you could play wherever you want, do whatever you want, play wherever you want, and play with whoever you want. So it's a lot of freedom to just do whatever you want. So yes, Legion is definitely one of the best expansions so far.
Yep, it's got so much to do, so much crazy stuff. Like I said, I started my second character, but at the same time, my first character is nowhere near being done. There's so much more shit that I've got to go do. Just because you hit cap level doesn't mean it's over.
No, when you hit cap level, it just means you're starting.
Yeah. Cap level is the start of the whole new adventure.
I like how the daily stuff works a lot better in this one, too.
The daily quests?
The missions just that, like, they pop up all over the world, and then you can do sets of them for rewards, or just do different ones for the rewards in themselves. It's a lot of fucking cool stuff.
Yep.
So
awesome.
Yeah,
we'll talk about something else now, I guess.
Well, that's about all for Legion. It's fucking
There's
awesome.
There's a lot of stuff that we could talk about, but it's because we could talk about it.
Yes. Let's see.
You want to talk about Ark? I know No Pants already mentioned it.
We can talk about Ark, I guess.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, let's talk about...
We had a little bit of a discussion before this started. So yeah,
all right. We can talk about Ark. Let me go ahead and...
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm looking at my phone, going to the Steam thing so that I can...
Oh, so you can talk about...
I have all the reviews and whatnot, everything right here, so that I've got a lot of information.
Okay, basically what happened is Ark, which is an early access game, let us remind you, early access. It is not in full launch,
and
even
it's
though
been
it
out for over a year in early access.
It was to launch June or July this year, which is partly why we stopped playing when we did, is because we're like, oh, they're going to do server reset soon anyway, so we stopped playing. It's still in early access with no expected release date yet, and they have released their first paid DLC for a game that's not in full launch yet. It's a $20 DLC. It's called Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth. And there are dragons in it, which are the most powerful things in the entire game. So.
Well, yeah, because they can fly around and just kill shit.
Yeah, I think the DLC is probably going to be cool as fuck, but for principle-wise, they should not do that. Like, they're going to do this one, and if it sells well, which I don't think it's going, like, I think it's going to sell decently, but the backlash they're going to get from it is not going to make them want to do it again. Yeah, like Ali said, it's good, but there's a lot of backlash from it.
Well, first of all, you shouldn't release paid DLC when your game isn't in full launch yet. It means that you're prioritizing DLC over actually releasing the game.
And
So,
fixing the game.
Well,
and
and here's one of the
optimizing the game
and here's one of the things that bothered me is Major Nelson talked to the creator of Ark back in, I think it was December or January,
right.
and had an entire interview with him. It's about 20 minutes long, and in the interview, the guy even makes the statement that they're trying to add to the actual game of Ark itself. So the one that we're all used to playing, right? The Survival Evolved, that one. And then they were planning on about 3 months before the launch to start optimizing the game. But all they did was continue to add more stuff to the game. And what bothers me is the fact that now they're adding a DLC before they finish the main game. And I have a major issue with that because it's like, I want to play the next part because I'm looking at it going, well, that looks cool, that looks cool, that looks cool. But finish my first part. That's the reason I haven't gone back, because it drives me nuts because it's like it's still buggy.
Well, I mean, some
at
of the
least the last
stuff that they've had in the patch notes that they're working on have been working on since the beginning of the game. Like, when you throw items down, they all look like boxes. They've been trying to make them look like individual items the whole time. They can't manage that, but they can manage a whole new Ark travel system.
I looked at that back in December. Like, I was like, oh, cool. And I remember talking to Grif about it. I was like, oh, look at what they're planning on doing. They're going to give all items an on-ground mesh. That's going to be super cool. It is now September, and that thing is still on the, let me quote this, upcoming changes.
Yep. Has been for months.
Yeah, it's been on there since December. Like, what are you guys doing? Fix your game. Come on. I'll go back and play it and spend money on it if you give me a complete game. Maybe not now.
And the thing is they're claiming the DLC is basically completed, right?
Yeah, it's a finished DLC, but the game's not finished. So why are you releasing paid extra content for a game that's not finished? Like, how can you ask people to do that?
At least when EverQuest released an expansion and then fix the old bugs with it, they fix the old bugs and they actually finish things with it. I mean, granted, the new DLC or the new expansion had all new bugs with it, but when they released it, everything else about that was messed up and wrong with the old content was all fixed.
Well, here's the thing too. I'm thinking about this from standpoint of the article that we're reading all this off of too, which is the guy made the comment that they've always had planned expansions to go along with this, that you wouldn't have just that one, the island as it's called, right? That one island that you would have other stuff that was on there. And what I'm thinking of right now is a flower. If you think of the middle of the flower being the original one that we were given, right? And if you think of that as any game that's out there, then you have the petals that are being added, which are going to be your DLC, right?
Right.
But what Ark is doing is making the petals before they have the stem and the middle of this thing to hold it on there.
Yep.
Getting too ahead of themselves.
Because I feel like it might not break off of this first one that they've added, but if they add another one before they finish this middle, eventually this one's going to break completely because they haven't optimized everything to go along with what they're adding onto it. And I mean, I don't mind paying another $20 for this thing because it looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna.
Scorched Earth thing looks awesome, but at the same time, it's like, give me a finished thing before you add something too.
Did we mention the pay-to-win aspect of it?
No, you did not.
No, we did not. But
the big giant dragons.
No Pants said is that you can't tame a wyvern dragon, but you can steal an egg and wyvern milk. So I guess you can raise a dragon, which in some concept of the thing, it's still
kind of
taming
the same.
one.
You can get one. You can acquire this overpowered thing and then bring it back to your original server, which means that the people who haven't bought the DLC and are still playing on your original server are now completely fucked, especially if you're on a PvP server. So you're offering a $20 option to possibly be able to go back and own your original server because you went to the DLC and then came back with something that they can't get.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're trying to force the economy to buy your new content because they're going to feel like they have to.
And that just That adds a whole nother it's a problem adding DLC to an unfinished game. Adding pay to win DLC to an unfinished game that just puts it over right there.
Well, what I have I don't have as much of a problem with the fact because it's not the easiest thing in the world to try to raise the.
Well, the dragon's not going to be the only
stuff.
thing that's going to be stronger than what you can get in the original.
Fair enough. But I think the issue that I have mainly with it though is, and this goes back to what I was saying before, you take something from a completed project and you bring it into a non-completed project.
How does it mesh?
Yeah, how's it? It's gonna break the game because now you're adding a bunch of stuff that's not originally part of the stem, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not originally part of that stem, and so eventually, if let's say that you have, I don't know, 20 tribes that are on one particular island, and everybody from there buys the DLC and brings back animals from that, how is that server going to be able to handle all these animals that originally weren't supposed to be there?
Right.
When it's having a hard enough time with the ones that are supposed to be there.
Yeah, no kidding. And they just keep adding more and more dinos.
It's like
and
stop
stuff.
adding content, fix everything in the backside. But that's the thing is they know consumers don't see the back end as much as they do. Oh, look, here's a shiny new dinosaur. So they're trying to put on the glitz and glamour of throwing out things that you can see immediately instead of being like, we're gonna not do that for a little while and we're gonna prioritize the back end. But nobody sees that, so people feel like they aren't making progress. It's like, that's not true. The Steam reviews should show you that that's not true, that players pay attention to what's actually going on and being added to the game via your patch notes, not just, oh my god, I saw a new dinosaur today.
Yep, it dropped to 40%. Overall, mostly positive. It's at 70% now, which has dropped from like up 80s and whatnot. From these reviews have taken it down. Right now, the recent reviews are at mixed 40% are recommending it.
Which is last 30 days, right? And then
Yes.
The last 30 days.
Right.
Yeah, and the craziest part is that Ark is on sale right now for $17.99.
And the DLC is $19.99. So you can buy the main game for less than
it's like, okay, guys, all right now.
But the DLC is a legit DLC too, right?
Yeah.
It's not a standalone.
No, it's not a standalone. You still have to have Ark to play it.
Okay.
Yes.
So, because I mean, you're running basically part of what that introduces is a traversal system between arcs. Like Scorched Earth is a separate arc from the arc that your main island is.
Okay.
So it's a traversal system that they've introduced. So you have to have the main game.
Yep. So.
And I know people are enjoying it. Like No Pants said that he's having a lot of fun with it and everything, and that's great. But the problem is it's not that it's not fun. It's that it's too ambitious and it's running ahead of the game that it's piggybacking on.
Yep.
I love Ark. The only reason I haven't gone back to, like, I've gone a couple times back, but the only reason I haven't continued to stay with it is because of the fact of the lack of optimization and the fact that they promised it would be done in June.
Yep.
And we haven't gotten it yet. They just continue to add more stuff.
We haven't gotten an updated expectation of release date. Like full release is not even a thing that they're discussing. They're too busy discussing finished DLC. It's like, yeah, but your first game, your base game's not finished yet. I mean, you're walking into a scenario where you're going to try to run before you're crawling.
Yep. Yep. So they definitely need to take a step back and finish Ark, be done with it, then work on your DLC. Because if the game is anything like I remember playing it a few months ago, it's still rough around the edges. You got to fix up some of the textures, fix the optimization, make everything.
A lot of rubber banding still at that point.
Yeah, I mean,
which there's still a little bit too. Like
and
when
the
last time I logged in,
couldn't farm.
Yeah, couldn't farm shit. And the weird fucking issue that if anybody was at .00 on the map, you couldn't farm nodes.
Yeah, that was weird. I wonder if they ever fix that.
I hope so, because every time like somebody would start trying to farm a node and be like, yell out in all chat, who the hell is at .00? Who's in the center of the map? Get out of there.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a really weird issue. I have no idea.
So you could grief a whole server just by going and standing somewhere and being an asshole.
Yeah, super weird.
I kind of want to go do that now.
No, Baka. No.
Good luck with that now.
Just run a character and just stand them there.
Good luck. We're all
just build a house.
All of our characters are dead.
Yep.
So you have nothing, and trying to run into the center of there with nothing.
I'm gonna go running into the center of stuff.
You'll die.
His level wouldn't change though.
And that is true. His level wouldn't change, but
yeah,
still.
but he'd still be naked and running in through mobs.
Yeah, with no weapons.
It's a whole lot easier to build stuff.
Exactly. I don't have anything to lose. I can just keep running.
I don't even think
you have to respawn on the outer edge.
No?
I'd like to go back and play sometime, but I will not play until it's in full release so they can do their server wipe, because I'm not going to put that much effort in again for nothing.
Yes. Oh.
Because, I mean, we built so much stuff. We spent so much time. And it's like, okay, fine. They're going to wipe the servers. Let's just let it go. When's the server wipe happening? When's full release?
Oh, well, and like with No Pants and the whole group that he and I started and it's up there. I mean, he's got a great tribe going on. They've got 2 bases the last time I was on there. One was the herbivore, which was the one that he and I had created, and they've gotten to the point to where there's almost fencing all the way around the entire island. And then the other one is it's massive. Like, they've built all this stuff. It's fantastic. Everything that they've done is amazing. And I'm like, I really want to come back and play this, but it's like, one, I'm lost right now because I was looking at a bunch of animals going, what is this thing? You know, a bear? Where'd a bear come from? You know, but so they've added a bunch of stuff to the game, and there was some stuff that definitely it got a couple of rubber band lags, but they weren't bad. You know, we used to get like the 30-second lag.
Yes.
And I was like, what? You know? But it wasn't too bad. It was like 5-10 second lags. But I was just like, oh my God. And it's like, and I really want to go back and play the game. But one, I feel lost, and two, it's just frustrating to go back into a game you spend that much time into, and they're still having the same issues.
Yeah, you're telling us.
Mm-hmm. So.
I mean, I hate to be down on it because I know No Pants is probably like upset with us right now because we're talking trash about a game that he really enjoys. I enjoy it too, man.
I love the game too.
I just want it to be a full release. I want them to fix all the shit that they said they would, and I want them to stop treating an early access game like it's in full launch already.
Well, I don't, but I think the thing is we're not really harping on the game itself. We're upset that we're people that enjoy the game and are frustrated at the fact that the game is not completed to where we could play the complete game.
Right. Yeah, it's just one of those things where we love the game and we want to see the game do well. We don't and the game is not going to do well if it keeps going down this path.
No.
People aren't going to buy it.
Especially since we've invested in the game.
Right.
You know?
Right, so, yeah. I mean, I love the studio. They're great people. They do wonderful job. They got to make sure they stay focused and not lose track of what they were actually setting out to do.
Besides,
a fantastic
dinosaurs.
open world game. Exactly. Come on. I'm a fucking dinosaur fanatic. For most of my elementary career, I wanted to be a paleontologist. And I still would love to, but no funding for that stuff.
But I mean, some of the concepts they have are great. Like if you have a beaver, you don't have to have a workbench. So you've got a movable workbench anywhere you want to go, right? And it's like some of these concepts they've had are just brilliant the way that they've set them up. And I'm like, this is great.
They just need to finish the product.
Optimize your game.
Yes, finish it so that I can play without lagging all the time, or rubber banding, or shit killing me, and things like that.
True.
I guess. Well, the other thing is, please optimize your game so I can play Scorched Earth. Because I'm looking at the trailer and I'm just like, every bit of this is so damn cool, and especially the music. The music that they put with the trailer made it worse for me because I'm like, oh, I want to play this. They got dragons. I want a dragon.
I don't even think they've put in any more bosses either. So there's like no end game.
There's no end game content, just constant farm. That's about right, Snitty. Dino Fanatic Chicken 313. Yep, that's it. That's his name.
Which is why I'll spend like $800 on a fucking VR headset just to play Dino Island.
We're all like, oh, VR, I don't know. And then there's like a dinosaur game. It's like, yes. Yep. Where do I sign? Chicken.
Do you need blood packs? Do I need to sell my soul? What do we do here?
He's like, Grif, go get the credit cards.
Get them all.
No. Those are for bills. I don't care. I need dinosaurs right now in 3D.
Hey, can I get some dinosaurs? That'd be great. Fantastic.
PC has 4 or 5 bosses. Is that in addition to the ones that were already there?
There was only like 1 or 2 bosses.
I thought there were 3. There were 3
because there was that 1 and 3. There was like 1 for every color thing.
Blue, green, and red.
Yeah, so there was 3.
Yeah.
So they might have added 1 or 2 more. Okay.
Right. And then now, did they ever release that guy had made like the floating island, looked kind of like the Avatar world, Pandora or whatever it's called, where he had like the floating rocks and all that type of stuff that they were talking about adding into making that available to PC people? What if that was ever done? I don't know.
No idea.
I would have kept up with it a lot more if it had been a full release.
So
Man, I'd probably be playing it.
Total 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Well, you guys want I'm gonna leave the arc thing, or we still have things to discuss here.
I think we're pretty much done with the arc at this point.
Yeah, that's my opinion on arc. Finish your damn game, and I will fucking buy your DLC.
Yeah,
Well-
not buying the DLC until then.
Yes.
I know it's not exactly like finishing the game, but episodic games are a thing, and the Batman game is getting a new episode
When?
this month.
When? I don't
think
care
it's
this
September
month.
20th.
Whoa.
Let me double check that.
We
I will double check for you.
we can't do that
We can't do that. Why not?
because Talking Dead, TellTale, Walking Dead season
It's next
3
month.
starts September 20th.
No, it doesn't. September 20th is Batman.
Then what the hell is this?
There's not
date?
an exact date.
Oh, okay.
I think it says November.
It says Walking Dead season 3 gets title
He
and
was
release
all up
date.
in arms. I know, and it does. It says that the first sentence of it gives you the title. Dear Lord, that's a ridiculous title.
What, TellTale? The Walking,
The Walking Dead, a
Telltale's-
Telltale series, A New Frontier. Seriously, you guys?
I think the
it's coming
title is a
in-
new frontier, by the way.
It is, but you have to have the whole shebang.
I wonder how it's
there.
gonna pop up on Twitch. You know how you can choose which one you
I'm
have
actually
on there.
just gonna say The Walking Dead, New Frontier,
Yeah, A New Frontier.
but that says it's gonna be November. It doesn't actually have a date.
Okay, that's fine. Wow, so they're going to be releasing an episode of Batman every month?
I don't know. I would hope
Possibly.
so.
I like it.
Well,
I'm
October
not
would be
sure
a
if-
nice month to release another Batman.
That's every 2
episode.
months, right? Though.
No,
Right?
August 2nd was the first episode, and if it comes
Right,
out in
and-
September,
That would be 2 months.
It would be
No,
a month
that's
and a half.
month and a
Month
half.
and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month and a half. That's not
Are
bad.
you asking if Batman is good or if the Walking Dead game is good or both? I'm not sure where you're
Both.
at.
The answer is yes.
Yes, I was
Yeah.
going to say the answer is yes.
Pretty much yes across
The Batman game was fantastic, and the Walking Dead games, of course, they're good.
But you'll be back with Clementine in her teen years, so we're doing a little bit of a time jump in the
4
Walking
years.
Dead. Yeah, and there's gonna be a newcomer named Javier.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at them all like,
And a new engine. It's got a new engine. Did you watch the trailer?
No,
like
I
it
did
doesn't
not.
look super different to me, but it looks different enough.
that's fine. I'm gonna be watching Javier. What's he want? What's he
Like,
want?
that's true.
Like traveling with my Clementine? What? You better.
Keep
Do
your
you
hands to
realize how
yourself,
many
boy.
games are about to just like shoot out right now? Like we had Deus Ex come out a couple of weeks or week before last. Legion was this last week. BioShock is coming out week after next.
Good. They gave us 2 weeks to play Legion.
Right? It's 2 weeks to play Legion and Deus Ex, which I have not gotten to play any more of Deus Ex because I'm catching up with Legion and everything. But the BioShock game comes out. You got Battlefield 1 right around the corner. All of the TellTale stuff is going to come out right around then.
FIFA 17.
Can someone give me $1 million?
Only one.
You're the only one. Sorry. $1 million and extra free time. Can I extend the days from 24 hours to like 37?
Well, if we
Maybe.
remove sleeping out of the process of things, that'll work quite a bit.
Chicken, did
Better.
you just get offended on behalf of Clementine?
Yes. Why would I? Why,
Ollie
the
asked if
rumors?
Ollie's asked or said there were rumors that Clementine's pregnant, or asked if there were rumors that she was pregnant.
No.
Chicken's like, no.
No, Chicken's so adamant. Dude, I played 2 games with her. She's like my virtual daughter. My virtual zombie daughter. I ain't gonna let that shit fly. And if there
Virtual
is
zombie daughter. She's
Yes.
not a zombie though.
no, zombie world or
Zombie killing daughter.
yes, zombie killing daughter. Come on. Everybody wants one of those.
My badass zombie killing daughter.
Exactly. Come
We
on
need a
now.
shirt that says that on it, like with her picture.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make it now. Yes. Oh,
Uh,
we're gonna after spending so much time
you're snitty.
playing those games.
I'll get it for you. I'll get you the not snitty. Ollie asked for the article. I'll get it.
What, for that article?
Yeah, I got it. It's right here. I just clicked the X. Sorry.
I need
You know,
job,
I'm gonna
baby.
find it funny that like Chicken keeps making decisions throughout that game to go out of his way to make sure Javier does not get with Clementine, and it happens anyways.
No, I will just be like, oh no, he's falling. Oh, my mouse
Quick,
died.
jump
I
in the
can't
zombie
save him.
They have to set it up for season 4.
Cindy said he'll stick with Ellie. I assume that you're talking Last of Us. And I have to say, I like Ellie a little more than Clementine. Sorry, Chicken.
That's fine. You never played the Telltale
did.
game.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
did.
you didn't get attached like we did. And I didn't get attached to Ellie like you did.
That's fine.
Because at the end, I would have made a much different choice.
Yes.
And we've already talked about that, so.
Chicken actually, I think, at one point was upset with me because I didn't attach to Kenny. the way that he did. He and Red are both like, "Oh my God, it's Kenny!" I'm like, "It's Kenny."
Spoilers. All right, too late now.
What about Kenny?
Yes.
You were attached to him in the first game.
Okay, all right. We'll just leave it there.
Like, you've been a hardcore
I
Kenny
know.
supporter for game 1.
Right, because Kenny has a lot of character development.
I know.
Right.
Just saying,
you
like,
killed
I was
Kenny,
like,
you bastards.
We'll just leave.
Sorry.
That's
All
fine.
right. So you're excited more about, I mean, you're like okay with the fact that there's a new Batman, but you're more excited about Walking Dead.
Well, I'm excited for a new Batman. Hell yeah. The first one was awesome.
I hope that they do keep them on regular releases, because that, like, waiting for stuff for Tales from the Borderland, and it was that was fucking ridiculous,
That
man.
first season felt like I was just tearing my fucking hair out waiting. I hate and love Kenny so
all
much.
about the episodic releases, but episodic releases and more in a more rapid succession. Yes, please.
That would
Yeah,
be great.
no
Which is
shit.
why I usually wait, because I'm like, all right, this whole season needs to come out because I can't stand this.
That's
Yeah,
what
no.
I'm doing with Batman. I did not watch, like, I was at Chicken Stream for it, but I didn't watch all of it, and I haven't played it yet, even though our Steam account share, because I'm waiting for everything to come out so I can play it all at once.
It's
Well,
fantastic.
see,
You'll
like,
enjoy
I'm
it.
so glad I did that with Wolf Among Us, because I bought it when the 5th one came out.
Right.
The 5th episode came out. I was so happy I did that, because I would have been so mad after that first episode.
But it's so good. Well, I guess it's the cliffhanger aspect. It's like they do it well at the end of each episode, where it makes you yearn for more. But it's not like the end of last season of Walking Dead, where you just want to like go and kill all the producers who thought that fucking shit was a good idea. So I mean, in this, it's like not too much that it makes you want to just go and kill all the people who made the game, but enough that makes you be like, all right, I can't wait to see the next episode.
But I think but a lot of times you'll get into something like Walking Dead, and from episode to episode you might have, a cliffhanger at the end of it, and you got to wait to the next week in order to be able to see, what happened. And what drives me nuts about that is you've got to wait, your 7 days,
I'd be more
right?
okay with waiting a week than waiting till next
Right.
quarter.
Right, and that's what I don't like about this, is because I've got to wait a whole lot longer at the end of an episode, and I'm like,
Well,
I've watched
that's
the whole
why I
season.
brought up specifically the end of the season, last season, instead of each episode, because each episode is kind of like, you got a little cliffhanger. Oh no.
Yeah, but then the next episode's coming.
Right, which is why I don't worry.
Yeah,
And
but
there's-
now you got to
Right, there's extra anticipation when you got to wait a little longer. It's like Okay.
Okay.
The one with the Wolf Among Us, where like I think what was it, the end of the first episode with Snow White's head in the
Snow White,
Yeah.
just say Snow White. Yep.
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 We know what you're talking about.
Yep, we know.
I think that is the most like we're freaked out I've seen Chicken at the end of an episode of a TellTale game though, where he was just about ready to just like flip the fucking table.
What?
Yeah, I was like,
Got big
the same
tables.
way. I was like, oh my god, what?
Yep.
So I had to go to the next episode to figure out what happened.
Yep. I had it all at one time too. I definitely, like, I binge played. I probably played 4 episodes in a row before I had to stop. Like, I think I had to go to bed or something, but I was like, I need to know. I just need to know what happens next. I can't stop. I love these people.
Very well written,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
You all are very big Overwatch fans.
Yes.
You're currently playing on PC, of course.
Yes.
PC Master Race. Woo! All right.
That's
But there are going to be people out there that have not played Overwatch yet, and they're
I
getting
think Snitty might be one of them. Snitty, listen to this very
Snitty
closely.
play.
they're getting the opportunity September 9th through, I believe, the 12th.
Yep.
I think, is it the 12th or 13th?
One or the other.
13th is my birthday, and I would have known.
Oh, good point.
Okay.
September 9th through the 12th. And you can actually play Overwatch for free all weekend, either on PS4 or Xbox One.
All
So-
maps, all
Snitty,
characters,
Go
everything.
get a new console. Or not a new console, a
A
new
new
controller.
controller.
Sorry.
Just
non-console.
go
as
spend money.
expensive as controllers are getting now, they might as well just go buy.
Right? Snitty was saying earlier that he had to get a new controller for his PS.
I played Overwatch just to pay to. Well, you need to play now. The game has
beta-
changed. There's a
Beta
new
didn't have a whole
map.
lot to it compared to the actual game content itself. You are getting all 22 characters and 13 maps that are available, along with like all the different modes and stuff. So it's basically like playing it for real, normal.
Yep.
And if you buy the game later on, then all your leveling,
Progress.
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for,
Yeah.
transfers over. So, you should be good.
It's fucking awesome. Play it if you
it's-
don't have it.
Overwatch is fantastic.
Yes, it is. Probably one of the best. Are we gonna call it an FPS? Like an
Yeah, it's an FPS.
first-person strategy.
No, it's an
First-person
FPS.
shooter.
Well, Genji is not a shooter. He just throws. First-person thrower.
Yeah, but he's still
Get
first.
out.
Really?
First-person TS.
Get out.
You do like Skyrim is called first-person shooter also, even though it's you have a sword.
Well, you can actually go third person in Skyrim.
Yeah. Oh, it's a third-person.
It's the same thing with Fallout.
The
With those two
third-person,
things
first-person
effectively.
shooter.
I'm gonna go stand on a corner. Aww.
Go couch surfing or couch diving. Find all that
Couch-
change.
Couch fishing.
Go spend the night
Couch
at your
fishing.
friend's house. Maybe they'll give you money. Is that what you're trying to get at, Chicken? Is that how it works?
That's the same thing as going to the corner, right? You just, go to someone else's couch.
Well, no, because you're not going to a corner and doing.
Well, you're going to a corner. You're
Questionable
just going to
services in
someone
order-
else's couch.
Okay, you're still breaking the law either way. I'll give you that. But
That's the only important thing here is breaking the law.
Technicality.
yeah, but you're not standing on a corner and you're not doing questionable services for the money. The other way.
you are
You don't
doing
know what he
something
was going to
questionable.
do.
You're not
He could have a
standing on the
lemonade
corner,
stand on the
you're
corner.
breaking into someone's house, digging through their couch for change, and then just leaving.
But no, Chicken said couch surfing, which means, hey man, can I stay on your couch for a couple of days? And then while you're like there pretending to sleep on the couch, you're digging through the cushions. So
Yeah.
technically, you're not breaking into anything,
Oh.
and everything is above the board legit. Aside from the fact that you're taking the change from a friend's couch.
Baka's
Which
like,
technically,
maybe I fucking hate you.
Losers weepers, Come on, man.
But
Right.
you're not going to get enough money
Finders
out of
keepers.
one
Got
friend's
this.
couch or all your friends' couch because they probably have already done the exact same thing.
Man, if you dig out of this couch over here, you'll probably become a millionaire.
That's not true.
I jumped in there once and got lost for 3 days.
Yeah, but all that's in there now is like Rue's toys, where he's lost them and they've fallen down in between the cushions. So there's no money in it.
Falling
anymore.
down into the deep abyss that is a couch.
Unless the dog is hiding a whole bunch of money.
Probably.
If he's hiding money, I need to know about it, Chicken. Maybe we should check the couch.
Like I said, I got lost in there for 3 days last time. I ain't doing that shit again.
Okay, well now that we've
We'll
made
drop
Snitty happy,
sandwiches
you want to
down
make
to
him
you every
cry?
once in a while.
What?
I'm gonna make Snitty cry a little
Uh-oh.
bit.
Uh-oh.
Right here. I mean, we made him happy, so now we got to bring it back down. Happy medium, I guess.
Oh, do we have to?
Yes.
Come on.
Mass Effect
like-
is
oh,
not getting a remaster. It's not getting a collection. It's not gonna happen. Stop asking, is what Pete Moore said. EA's Pete Moore, who is their publisher, is basically like, no, Andromeda is all we're focusing on. Anything that will take the attention away from that, we're not doing. So no remasters. It's not happening. Get over it.
Wow.
Sorry, Snitty. There's no remaster coming. Which makes me sad because I was gonna play it as a remaster.
I'm sad about that too. I mean, I've got it on PC, so I guess that's as close as a remaster as I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go
360
like
version.
buy a fucking bundle of it.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure
Mhm.
it'll go on sale probably right around the time that Andromeda's getting ready to come out because everybody will want to play up through it, even though Andromeda makes a clean break from the previous stuff and into the next. But yeah, I mean, he seemed almost like put off during the interview about it. And I guess it's because it's a question that comes up so often.
He's probably getting tired of that shit.
Do you think it's weird though for EA to be like, we're not interested in making extra money on something we know would sell like a cash cow? That's not usually EA's MO, so it's
Yeah, but they have a new guy in charge, so
that's
Yeah.
true.
Was it Andrew that said it?
No,
It's
it's Pete
Peter
Moore
Moore.
that said it.
Pete Moore.
Okay.
Yep,
So yeah,
he's
maybe
one
the
of
vampire didn't want it to happen. So he's
He
possibly-
couldn't have said it. The interview was during the daytime. I mean, obviously, if he's
Right.
a vampire,
He
can't
let
be
him
out.
know at night. Okay.
Well, hey, no Mass Effect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyone ask about it, you shut them up about it.
he was like, do you think we just have people sitting around doing nothing? We don't have those people to spare. It's like, calm down, okay? I
Damn.
know it was fine. I know it was good.
there's a lot of people that
Wow.
think that businesses have people just sitting around waiting
Right?
for them to have work. going on.
Apparently, fucking take a baseball bat to the interviewer. We are not giving you a remaster.
Stop asking.
I'm sorry. Do you have another reporter to ask me these questions? I'd like you to bring in the spare that's been sitting around doing nothing.
The spare reporter. I got another bat over here, so if they ask again, We're gonna need a backup.
It's awesome though. It's like, stop asking. You gotta question how many times he's been like. You just gotta think about how many times has he been asked this question. And at some point, you should turn around and, he probably asked somebody. Can we just make this happen so this question will stop being brought up? Right?
Yeah, and then the big guy was like, no.
And the guy got yelled at for it, so now he's yelling at everybody else because he has nowhere to go with it. No, there's not got to be one. I tried. No, I can't say that. I did,
Snitty is now like completely unhappy. I think we ruined his day. I'm sorry, Snittums. Should have saved the Overwatch news for after that.
I don't know if that would have made up for it. We should have just not told him.
He would have found out one day.
That's fine. At least it wasn't here with us. No, it's not. It's like having your friend stab you.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody's gonna stab
just let some random stranger stab him.
Face to face, straight in the chest. Boom.
That's awful.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it is sad though. It is a very good series.
It is.
It is. And from what I've heard, and Snitty has been very adamant that I play it, and I told him that if it had a remaster, I'd play it.
Oh, well, don't worry.
Just PC it.
I will.
know, when it goes on sale on PC, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, we'll get a bundle of it, and then I'll probably stream it, and she can watch.
Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of remasters, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare will get 10 at launch. It will have 10 multiplayer maps with 6 more on the way that will come for free. But the catch is you have to buy it alongside Infinite Warfare still.
Man, they are so adamant about trying to fucking get us to buy goddamn Infinite Warfare. That is not gonna happen, bitches.
It's
Give
$60,
me
right?
Yeah.
It's more than 60. I think it's 70 for everything. And then there's like all the other, like you have to get the special edition or above, essentially. Let me click. It's got like 3 or 4 different editions for some reason.
That's usually how
They always do. Call of Duty has like 12
Yeah,
editions.
it's like a bajillion. You have to buy Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy, Legacy Pro, or Digital Deluxe Edition.
What about Digital Pro Deluxe? What about Digital Deluxe Pro? Digital Pro Deluxe Deluxe?
One of those will actually come with, Doritos.
It comes with a side of fries and a large drink. Oh my good God.
I read
And if you get the ultra mega super edition, you get a replacement heart.
Oh hell yeah, I need one of those after I eat the large fries and large drink.
And shake and Doritos and Mountain Dew and binge watch and play their game for weeks on end without doing anything or walking around or anything like that.
I just want Modern Warfare. Is that too much to ask for?
The comment section was largely like, yeah, I'm not buying Infinite Warfare. It'll be a couple of months. They're gonna release it as a standalone. Like everybody fully believes that it will be a little while later down the road and they will release Modern Warfare on its own as a remaster, because why would you cut yourself out of that profit?
Exactly, because they're gonna be like,
force extra profit, but then when you don't make it, you're gonna try to make it anyway, so you're gonna sell it as a standalone.
Oh yeah, you know it, because I'll buy it. Oh no, I'll buy it. I have fucking Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare over there. I mean, that's probably the best game,
We're
Call of Duty
not buying
game.
Infinite Warfare.
No, but I will buy Call of Duty 4.
Yes, if they release it as a standalone, which they have said they're not going to.
Oh, they will. They will, unless we go over there and start burning down their building.
What they'll do is whenever the first map pack DLC that you have to buy comes out, that's when the Modern Warfare will come out. So like January, February, that's when you should expect.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be like a couple of months, and then they'll probably go ahead.
They'll just slip it out under the radar too. Like, don't
They
tell anybody
probably will,
we
actually.
said
You're probably
this.
right.
But the thing is people who actually want that game and are not interested are gonna make it a big deal on social media. Like everybody's gonna know.
But if you're EA and all this is going on, this is what I would do. Like, let's say that the cheapest you can buy is the $70 that you were talking about in order to be able to get the Modern Warfare along with Infinite, right?
Right.
If you're EA and this is all the stuff that's going on, what you do is you make it available for Modern Warfare remastered, $50.
Do I get Infinite Warfare for $10 on the side?
Nope.
Oh,
you get it like
good.
You turn around and go, it's like $50. Like it just like, because you think about the profit you'll end up making, because you're gonna have those people that are like, I don't want this game that's gonna cost me $20 more.
Oh wow! You know what that says about?
$80.
You know what that says about? Their Infinite Warfare game. Like if you sell Modern Warfare for $50, but sell it for only like $20 on your Infinite Warfare game, it shows how garbage your Infinite Warfare game is. Like,
yeah, but I mean, but I think the thing is it's one of those where it's supply and demand. The higher demand is going to end up being for the older game that most people consider the best out of the series, correct?
Right.
So that's going to be your higher demand. So it drives price up. Versus the other one where it will actually, if there's not a big call for Infinite Warfare, then it's gonna the price should drop. It's one of the things right now that's going on, which is very strange in the industry, but it's odd. But like, you have your manufacturers themselves will have sales on brand new games, right?
Right.
If you go into GameStop right now and you buy a used version of Doom, it's $52.
The new version's probably 50 or something.
20.
What?
Because they just put it on sale.
Yep.
GameStop can't sell the used version any
Because they
lower.
won't make a profit off of it.
They can't sell any of it lower. They can pull them off the shelves, but they can't sell any of them lower. So right now, if anybody wants Doom, go buy the brand new version for $20.
Damn.
Yeah, so they lowered. I'm assuming it's still on sale, but it was just last week that I had talked to somebody about it, and it was like $20, and they can't do nothing about it. And so it's gonna be one of those where the demand was still there, but it wasn't as big as it was. And Doom's already made their money. Everybody's made their money for it. Bethesda has. So it's like, okay, well, we can do our sale. Well, GameStop hadn't made their money off of it, I guess. I don't know.
So they're going to hold out.
They're going to hold out. I don't know what they're doing.
It's because gaming companies are upset about GameStop and other retailers doing used game sales because it's all for profit, and they make a huge profit off of it.
Yeah, but that's because they don't make hardly any off the game itself, correct?
That's true.
So it's one of those balance things. So.
Yeah, you're balancing it out.
But it's because they're buying them for not a whole lot to start with. I mean, like, the profit margin is a weird thing, and it's because I've seen the inside of how it works a little bit, and I don't want to get into it because it's probably changed a little, and I don't want somebody to be like, you're wrong about that. But it's weird how they make their money and how they try to make their money, but they make absorbent amounts of money, we'll put it that way, on used game sales. I mean, it's because they're going to give you $10 for that game and then turn around and sell it for $50 and things like that. It gets weird. It gets weird.
Right.
Also, by the way, the digital deluxe for Call of Duty is $99.99 for PS4. It's $100 even for Xbox One.
Oh shit! I need to buy me a
extra
$400
hell.
PS4 so I can spend $99.99.
What is that like every DLC ever? Why is it $100?
It's the digital deluxe. I guess it's the same.
Does it come with the fries and the drink?
I feel like you just repeated yourself. It's the digital deluxe. It costs $100. I understand that part.
I know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to see what the difference is between the one that costs there's the retail copies. You either have a choice of spending $80 for the Legacy, or the Legacy Pro is $120, and I'm trying to figure out what the difference is.
Legacy, I bet, means
one
it has
gives you
Modern
a pretty
Warfare
pink gun that you can shame your opponents with to go, look, you got killed by a pink gun.
And when you kill them, you throw it at them.
What's in this? Why will it not just tell me what's in it?
Who cares? No one's getting it.
That's not true. I bet those sales are going to be off the charts again.
I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's about like last year too. I mean, I kept hearing so many people go, I'm not going to buy the new Call of Duty. Looks stupid. I'm not going to buy it. And then it like sells really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like, all right, what happened to not buying it, guys? I mean,
it'll probably sell pretty well.
Bought it, and I decided.
Brett does that a lot. You're calling him out. I know it.
Maybe. And then, well, I mean, even then, like, here's of late, it's the same thing with movies. So many people that I've talked to are like, yeah, you know, this new movie looks so stupid. I don't think I'm going to go watch it. It's not going to be good. And then it's like, did you see the new? No, I did not. I actually stuck by my guns and principles and did not go see the monstrosity that you went to go see.
Oh, the Legacy Pro has the season pass with it.
And what does the Legacy Pro Deluxe Pro come with?
The Legacy Pro is the 120. It's got both games and the DLC season pass, which I guess will be like the first 3 map packs, and then after that you'll still have to pay for them. Right. Whereas the Legacy one,
and you're only allowed to play on them once before you have to buy them again. Sorry.
All right, Deus Ex, he's up over there. That's crazy.
But people buy it. I mean, the thing is like with
copies.
Well, and here's the thing: is like I don't mind paying $60 for the Call of Duty games because like Advanced Warfare, I liked the plot line and stuff that was on there.
I liked the plot line, but it wasn't a $60 game.
No, well, if I played more, maybe and I actually like the multiplayer on. I like the feeling of the multiplayer and stuff like that. I'm just not a multiplayer player. You know,
I
I'm
feel
not
like
one
they
of-
should separate it completely and sell the console, like the campaign, as a DLC auxiliary to the main game, because that's really what it is. It's just auxiliary.
Well, and I've
Like,
said
here's
it.
$20 for the campaign, and the rest is for.
Well, and I've said this before too when we were talking about Assassin's Creed, and I've talked about Call of Duty about this way too. If they would release the game every 3 years, but continue to release maps for the current game for that 3 year period, they would actually make more money. Because you could just up the stuff that's on there, and then your last map pack would be a preview for the next game coming out. But you know, as long as people continue to buy the stuff, I guess they don't really care about that. I guess
Yeah,
maybe they'll
probably
they'll
not.
restructure later. Maybe I don't know.
Well,
Later,
their zombie
maybe.
thing
People
for this
finally
looks like
smarten up
super
and quit
80s.
buying the shit every year.
It's like, do you realize, you guys, that you could chop this up into 3 separate things and individually sell all of them? You could sell the campaign, the main multiplayer, and the zombies as 3 separate games. You could probably double your money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Activision, I know you love money. Listen to me. 3 separate games. That way I don't have to buy your garbage multiplayer packs, because I don't give a damn about that shit.
Yeah, sell me Modern Warfare.
I'm not
That's all.
interested
That's
in
all I'm fucking
selling
looking
myself
for.
to my mother.
So now 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 campaigns.
No. I want Call of Duty 4, the whole thing, campaign, multiplayer, everything. Oh,
That's old, though. But technically, you're getting
I don't
shots
care. I
that
play
are
games
used
from
in
like the
Infinite Warfare.
'90s. I don't play old games.
But that's the thing, though, is you're getting reused content, too. Infinite Warfare, didn't we have that scandal a couple of months ago where there were shots that were, like, frame for frame the same as Modern Warfare 4? Or Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, when they still had numbers?
Oh, it was it was Call of Duty the first Call of Duty 2 and Call of Duty Ghosts had
That's what it was.
had 2 very similar straight on shots.
Pretty much frame for frame.
Yeah, it just the background had changed and the 2
Yes.
people had changed, but the actual animation was exactly the same.
So we're getting,
Even
like,
the cinematic shot, like the camera angle, was the same.
100% rehashed content. See, if you divided that rehashed content up into 4 different things and sold it all individually, look at how much money you'd make.
Yeah, but we're stuck in this whole create a game, sell a game. Not create a smart game, sell people what they want, then make money.
And don't even try to tell me that the campaign is integral to the multiplayer and that. No, half the people that are playing your multiplayer, over half the people buying this game are not even going to look at that campaign once.
Nope.
Not integral. Sell it separately. That is my word for the day.
Yeah, we're gonna start getting fucking each sold separately on the bottom of our gaming.
Well,
shit.
and then all you'd have to do is this too. Like this goes back to what Griff's saying. If you sell it separately, if the regular game was still $60, which evidently it's not, if the regular game was still $60, you could actually sell the campaign for $40 and the multiplayer for $40, and then sell the multiplayer with the season pass for $80, which is the same price you were selling it with the campaign,
See?
and make more money off of it.
See? Look at that. Look at all the money-making opportunities that you have. That way I don't have to buy the $60 whole shebang for garbage that I don't want.
We don't buy games like that anyway. We just rent them.
That's
we only
true.
rent them for like what, $15?
Or borrow them from the Oak Library.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either way, it works.
All right. Well, it's 10 after 3. Do you want to call it?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right.
City's left, so,
Goodbye.
we gotta go now.
We have upset him with the Mass Effect. Never
Yeah, how
happened.
dare you, Grif? I told you you should just, from now on, just let someone else randomly stab our friends.
Whatever, Baka got to check his, one more thing off of his to-do list today. He's already made somebody cry. So that's
Yeah,
gone.
but you don't want to
Oh,
make
well,
one of
no,
our...
I'm going to be making a lot of people cry today. So
Hey, you don't want to...
why don't you have the CD? Why don't you have this movie? Oh my God, what's happening? We're going out of business. Shut up.
There's some insight into Baka's daily work regime.
You can't talk to me like that, bitch. I'm losing my job. Shut up.
I'm fired anyways. I don't fucking care. Go complain.
There's a complaint box over there. And then throw it into the fire pit. All right.
Complaint box? It looks like a trash can. No, it's the complaint box. Go ahead.
Stick like a
It's
little
just
thing on the
easier
front
to
of
like
it.
pile it all in there and then go through it later. By later,
Anyway.
I throw it bigger trash cans so that way we can just mount a whole mass of them. But although this weird truck keeps coming by once we get it all out, so
Yeah, he takes them to corporate and then they look over him.
Yeah.
We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us each and every week at Infinite Respawn. If you're listening to the audio version of this, make sure you go to twitch.tv/Infinite Respawn PC and follow us there. You can check us out live every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. You can watch Chicken during the week. Stream with, he'll stream with Grif, he'll stream with Baka, he streams with lots of different people. Right now they're still playing WoW this week, Chicken, or are you going back to Overwatch?
Yeah, probably WoW. Probably mix of both. If I can screen capture both of them, you guys will see everything.
No, it'll be WoW for a little while, and then he'll finish up Deus Ex.
Yes, definitely want to finish Deus Ex. It's good.
Awesome. 8 p.m. Eastern through the week, Monday through Friday. You can check him out there. Also, make sure that you go to our Twitter, follow us there, find out what's going on with us at Infinite Res PC. You can check me out personally at NDB Oak Tree. You can check out Chicken.
At Elite Chicken 313.
Check out Grif.
At Grif Slidem.
Check out Baka.
At Baka Pickle.
Did I throw anybody off? I tried. No?
No.
Okay. Fine.
Everybody waited.
Our names.
Yeah, I heard Chicken and I was like, yeah, it's me. This guy.
It's my turn.
That's not order, isn't it? Oh, well, whatever.
I didn't even know the order. I just
normally Grif's first.
Oh, I just heard Chicken, so I was like, yeah, it's me.
You can also
train ourselves differently.
You can also follow my Twitch account at twitch.tv/MDB Oaktree. Go on there every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where I will be streaming something. This week is Unravel. So hopefully the next 2 weekends we'll be doing those, finish up, and come in, join, have a good time. We laugh it up as much as we can. Unravel, I don't know how much laughing we'll have, but we're going to be playing it
Lots
anyway.
Crying.
I can't figure this shit out.
You can laugh at me cry. How about that?
There you go.
The Grif does it all the time. Anyway, then also make sure that you go to our YouTube channel, where currently we got Fallout 4 going, Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive is finished, and it will be posted tomorrow. I'm sorry for the delay. There was some serious tech issues, but it's going up tonight, so it'll be live tomorrow.
Halo 2 will be coming soon, correct?
Eventually, whenever Baka and I can sync up our schedules, because right now it's crazy.
Our past broadcasts from this, and pretty much any past Let's Plays that Grif has done, and maybe some new stuff soon. We don't know. Yep. Oh, music videos. Those are important. Make sure you watch the music videos. Those are my fave. So go on there and you can watch those. And then also our website, infiniterespawn.com. Go on there, join the forums, hang out. There's always something going on over there, and join up and say hi and hello and all that. For Infinite Respawn.
Hello.
For Infinite Respawn, I'm Oak Tree.
I'm Grif.
I'm Chicken.
I'm Baka.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Please hang up and try again.
Goodbye.